Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I just want to talk about, what Christmas meant to me as a little niños running around barefoot in Jamaica in the 80s. I'm pretty sure they don't do it anymore. But anyhow, in the 80s, man, Christmas season, it used to be such a fun and festive time for me as a child, for many, many reasons. And I was just home and I was thinking about what Christmas meant to me growing up in Jamaica. By the way, that festive spirit that you get in Jamaica during the Christmas season, I can never find that anywhere. Even when I migrated here to the US, I don't know. Around the Christmas time, it always felt like something is missing for me. And that's because growing up in Jamaica, I was so used to that festive environment that you feel or you get in Jamaica, because Christmas season in Jamaica is not locking away in the house. People get the chance to go out and explore and walk around and have fun with their neighbors. They do lots of cooking and all of that good stuff during the Christmas season. But when I moved to the US, I struggled a little bit when it comes to the Christmas spirit. I couldn't find that Christmas spirit here because it has drastically changed from warm, sunny weather to snow, to a snow white Christmas. So over the years, I have adjusted, and now I actually love that snow white Christmas. But there's just something about that warm, sunny Christmas in Jamaica, man. So, yeah, growing up in Jamaica, it was just so much fun for us during the Christmas time. Usually around, I want to say September or October, there's a weather change in Jamaica. It just gets a little bit cooler. And because I was raised in Manchester, which is the middle part of Jamaica, the weather usually cools down a little bit when it's getting close to the Christmas season. When it's getting close to Christmas, the weather changes. And in Jamaica, we call it the Christmas breeze, because once you start feeling that Christmas breeze, you already know that it is time to start prepping for Christmas. And every household actually participate in this, prepping for Christmas, because there's a lot of things you got to make sure of. You have to make sure that the money is right because you got to have money around the Christmas season. You got to make sure that the outside of your property is right. You got to make sure that the outfit is right. All of those wonderful, wonderful things. But when it comes around the Christmas season now, on the school grounds, yes, it used to be on the school grounds we used to do this. We used to whitewash the stones. That used to be a lot of fun. Whitewashing the stone. And of course, we used to go home with whitewash all over our uniforms and hands and feet and so forth. But it used to be so much fun just whitewashing the stones and layering them around the school compound. That is how the schools, they used to prep for this our Christmas seasons. But in our homes now, our homes used to get a fresh coat of paint. If your family can afford it, they will repaint the house. They will sweep up the yard. They will cut the bushes and all of that kind of stuff. Anything that overgrown, they will chop it down, in expectation for Christmas. Well, for me now as a child, I got to tell you, one of the most favorite thing for me is just looking forward to all the treats that you don't normally get during the year, all the little treats, like for example, sodas, right? Usually drinking soda for me growing up a child was a luxury. If my mother could afford to buy a bottle of soda, she would probably share it for all four of us. All four of us will be drinking that one little bottle of soda. That's because it's a luxury, man. It's not something that you can buy each and every day. But for some reason, during the Christmas season, my mother would bring in a crate of soda. And that during the Christmas season, you will at least have one bottle of soda to drink all by yourself. Yes, 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 yes. While some people think that is crazy, I'm telling you, for me growing up in Jamaica, that's what it was. That's what it was like, you know. So just having one bottle of soda to drink all by yourself. So those were the good old times. But in preparation for that though, people, they will walk around and look for soda bottles, or if they're able to buy soda throughout the year, they will save it up. They will save it up enough bottles to actually make a crate of soda. And this is all from memory, so it might not be 100% accurate, but I just remember she would take that crate of empty bottles down to the main road, and there's a truck that used to come by and exchange it out for, they would exchange out the empty bottles for full bottles of soda. I know it's not free. I think maybe it was done at some kind of discount. And that's what I'm thinking. But when you're little, you don't question your parents, you know. But all I know is that around the Christmas season, we used to have like a whole crate of soda bottle sitting down, you know, for Christmas, the Christmas day. And as a matter of fact, it had to be managed, because they have to make sure that on Christmas Day, we have something nice, something fizzy to drink. So that was like something that was extra special for me growing up in Jamaica. And this was all in the 80s. Okay? During the Christmas season, I don't know who can relate to this, but as kids going to school, they used to have this thing where, if like, every shops in Jamaica, they used to have this thing where every shop in Jamaica used to have this. It's like a display, a display on the wall with a whole bunch of balloons arranged according to its size. So you will have the biggest all the way down to the smallest. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's either 50 of them or 100 of them, you know, on that display. So as kids, that used to fascinate us, because we would go into the shop and we would buy these balloons, right? The goal is to get the biggest balloon on that chart. So we would go in with our little lunch money and stuff, and we will buy a balloon, and you have to pick a number or punch a number or something like that. And it used to be so painful when you pick a number and you get the smallest balloon. Hardly anybody ever wins that big balloon. So I always say it's a scam. I mean, scamming children out of their lunch money, because nobody ever wins that big balloon, man. It's like you will pick, every day you go to school, you pick a number. You will stop at the shop on your way going to school every single day, use your lunch money, pick a number, and you will still come up short. You will get close to the big balloon, but you will never land on that big one. I mean, if anybody out there has ever won that big balloon, comment in the comment section, okay? So another thing that we look forward to during the Christmas season is, you know, during that time, that is when you get access to what we used to call it the fifis, that thing you blow into, and like it extends as you blow into it, and it makes a lot of noise and annoy your parents, especially if you have grandparents in the house. It would annoy them. Okay, so we used to buy up a lot of those little fifis and the light up yo-yos. Oh my God, when you have that light up yo-yo, I used to feel so special. Like I feel like I'm somebody. I feel like I have money with my little light up yo-yo. Okay. Yes, I used to play a lot of marble and a lot of jacks with my friends as well. We used to buy those jacks during the Christmas. That's the only time I remember buying jacks, really, is around the Christmas season. Yes, that's the only time I used to remember buying jacks and marbles. And I was a little tomboy, by the way, growing up in Jamaica, because I used to play marbles, yes, with all my little friends in the neighborhood. There used to be a lot of boys for some reason in my district. Everybody have boys, so my friends were all the little. Well, it's not all of them, but still, I used to play marble with them, you know, especially my friend across the street. My mother's best friend had a son who used to play marble, and I used to play marble with him too, you know. So, like during the Christmas season, I used to play marble a lot with my friend across the street. I'm not saying I was any good at that because he used to beat me a lot. He used to beat me, man. And I used to be so mad at him for winning every single time. But yeah, around that time of the year, man, you can look forward to all those little special games like marble, playing jacks, and all that good stuff. What other games have you guys played during the Christmas season growing up in Jamaica? So now, you know, like if you're growing up in Jamaica and your family cannot afford to buy you a toy, it's okay, because one thing for sure is that Jamaican children are so creative. When we don't have access to XYZ, we will create it, okay? Well, that is how it was for me in my generation. Growing up in Jamaica in the 80s, my brother, I remember, used to make his own trucks out of juice boxes, and he would make the wheels out of bottle corks or oranges. Sybil oranges, that's the orange that nobody really liked to eat in Jamaica. So we use them as wheels, you know, for our juice box trucks, and then they would attach some kind of string wherever they find it. The strings made from a whisk or something, and attach it to it, and then they would pull it along and it would roll. So that is what I remember with the children in my district growing up in Jamaica, is that they sometimes, man, would make their own toys. Okay, now, so can't end this video and not talk about celebrating with families and friends around the table with a good plate of rice and peas and curry goat. So, yeah, during the Christmas season, everybody has to cook their rice and peas and their curry goat. Everybody has to make sorrel. And almost everybody try to have some type of rum cake. We call it Christmas cake on the table. So good for you if you know how to bake it. As a matter of fact, I tried to make one. Not exactly like the ones they have in Jamaica. That one is too authentic for me. But I tried to make something close, you know. Just to keep the fun Jamaican memory alive in my household, and to introduce my babies, my children, to their Jamaican roots. May not be their background, but just to introduce them a little bit to their roots. So everybody, every household in Jamaica, you know, around the Christmas season, they have to have their rice and peas, their chicken, their goat. They have to have their sorrel. They have to have the rum cake. And if you can't bake the rum cake, it's not a big deal. You can go without that. But it's always good when you can find somebody to make it for you, just in case you don't know how to make it, you know. So yeah, so around the Christmas season, those are like the must-haves that you got to have in to celebrate the Christmas season. You know that sorrel is going to be made with extra love, man. Everything during the Christmas season is made with extra love. Ooh. So we all know that Jamaica is known for its loud music. OMG. Let me tell you something. When I go back to Jamaica, you know you're in Jamaica as soon as you exit that plane, because the music is everywhere. During the Christmas season now, Does it make a difference? Because now you have church playing their music, they're celebrating Christmas, they're having their Christmas concert, and they turn up the music loud, okay? Because they want the districts to know that that Jesus was born in a manger, and it's a beautiful thing. But then sometimes music clash because you have the church music that is playing so loud, and then you have a bar, right, 2 doors over, playing for them music too, and it's so loud. So you have church and you have the bar, music all clashing. And sometimes, say like there's a church, there's not a church in that mix. Say that you have a bar, because for some reason in Jamaica, there's like a bar at every single corner. It almost seems like everybody open up a bar, okay? So finding a bar in Jamaica is not a hard thing. Oh my God. So you have bars in very close proximity to each other, and everybody turn up their music really, really loud. And it's like clashing over one another. So, and it's not a problem. It doesn't bother anybody. It's the Christmas season. It's the Jamaican spirit. We already used to it. So yeah, Jamaica, man, turn up the music extra loud during the Christmas season, okay? Everybody celebrating, and everybody celebrating their own way. So if you go to church, you're gonna celebrate in your own way. Like me, by the way, I'm a church goer, okay? If you're in the club, or if you're in one of those people who like going to the bar, let me tell you something. Yeah, they will be celebrating in their own way, Yeah. So I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about what it was like for me growing up in Jamaica during the Christmas season. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait. I always say I cannot wait to come back, and I am not back yet. But the thing is, man, sometimes it gets tough when you have a family. You can't just pick up and go as you want to. Yeah, you can't. But anyhow, looking forward to that day when I can come back home for Christmas. And I don't want to be rushing in and out. Because if you're going to spend money to come to Jamaica, you want to come to Jamaica. You don't want to come for no 1 week. To me, that's a waste of money, okay? At least a minimum of 2 weeks so you can really explore the country and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and please go ahead, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Okay? Bye-bye.